Welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update number 202 for Monday, 3rd of November 2025. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you are always responsible for your own trading decisions. Palantir. Palantir, they have got their earnings after the close today. And I think we spoke about this a few months back. Okay. And this is the weekly chart. Okay. What would you define them as? An Israeli stroke US tech company, defense company, winning lots of big orders, getting their fingers into all sorts of systems. And as you can see, that has been on quite some tear, hasn't it? The share price over that last year or so, last 18 months has been, in a fantastic uptrend. And as I say to people, all right, when markets don't trend as often as we would like, and so when you do see a very clear trend, don't fight it. You want to see, is there a way for me to surf it? Okay. I had concerns, okay, over the last couple of weeks, because what I was seeing was that price had started to go vertical. So I'm always, once price starts doing that, I'm always starting getting nervous and starting to tighten up. It then turned itself into basically a double top here. And not only that, a double top with a bearish key reversal, okay, and a couple of rejection candles here. And I did wonder why, had this great trend, was it basically running out of steam? And would we see at least a drift to the 20-period moving average down to sort of kind of just above 160? And then would we get maybe like a little bit of a drift lower to 150, just in case of a double top, as basically, people take let's say people take their profits after what such a good run. Well, my concerns were wrong. All right, I was wrong there. And what we can see is that, as I said, their earnings are after close today, but you can see for yourself there, okay, that literally last week we just exploded higher up there, and not only that, up to $200 and closed above $200. Right, that is quite some statement of a move just before earnings, isn't it? That is really quite some statement move. So naturally, I like to kind of see how markets react at big round numbers. All right, so I'll be watching to see, does 200 turn into a base? Does 200 turn into a base? In which case, we will continue to move higher. Or could this be a last flush? All right, a little bit of a kind of a flush, the sort of the last few hands before it rolls. I would probably say no to that. All right, that's probably more wishful thinking on my part than anything else. But clearly, as I said, I had my concerns. There was some, a double top building there, but this is why, as I said, I don't just immediately go short, and just short strong trends. I become concerned. It goes into my watch list, but bang, I was wrong with those concerns. Look at the way that price action has just blasted its way to new highs and big round number and closed above it. That's, as I said, that's quite some statement move, isn't it? So you might want to just watch to see how that reacts this week after the earnings this evening.